This is Eddy and I'm the CEO at Afrinic.
The whole world watched as Boris Johnson read his resignation letter amidst a sea of boos. You, Mr. Kaihura, are the African internet version of Boris Johnson. Alas, no one was watching when you were suspended as CEO of Afrinic. At least Boris Johnson was an elected leader of a nation. You are just a pretended crown of a private company. So, maybe 30% of the people are sad, but the remaining 70% are overjoyed and can't wait to see you gone, just like in Boris Johnson's case. A former leader desperately holding on to your title without any power. Just like Boris Johnson, it's your time to go. What do you do when you're caught in a lie and expose your lousy behavior for all to see? Do you admit defeat and apologize, or do you keep digging yourself deeper into a hole of corruption and deceit? Unfortunately, in your case, Eddy, you've chosen to keep digging a hole for yourself. Rather than acknowledging the wishes of the resource members and the larger internet community by stepping down quietly, you have decided to go against court orders and forcefully hold on to control of Afrinic. Rather than leaving with dignity, you keep trying to hold on to the now defunct power you think you still have. Your claims and issues are utterly confused, and it is disheartening sight to see Afrinic's CEO behaving in such a manner. We will not let you disgrace yourself further. Hence, we're not responding to any false allegations that you have made. You failed in your duty of care to your staff members. They may well have been shocked to receive a letter because you hadn't told them the truth. It's pretty obvious to us that your staff haven't been told of what you have been doing and your suspension. The letters weren't threatening, they were illuminating. You claim that we are lying to your staff, but you know that this is false because you failed in your job to inform your staff of the many legal issues against you and the situation at hand. Anyone who works for you that is currently unaware of these things will be understandably shocked too.
My name is Eddy and I'm the CEO at Afrinic.
We're here to provide full transparency to your staff, so your lies and falsehoods do not mislead them. Essentially, we're saying that from falling foul of your wrongdoing by letting them know they are working for a suspended CEO. Also, it is also incredibly beneath you to claim that we are indirectly threatening your staff and their families. May you be reminded that without your questionable actions, your staff would not be in this position in the first place. Because of you and your failure to inform them of what is going on, they have been kept in the dark and kept believing that you are blameless. The world is just seeing you for what you're doing. Just like Boris Johnson, it is always someone else's fault. In a recent video uploaded to YouTube, you're trying to wiggle your way out of coming clean to the people you were meant to serve. I use the tense were because you are not the CEO anymore.
And I'm the CEO at Afrinic.
Pursuant to the suspension by the Mauritius courts. The truth is simple. Your contract with Afrinic expires in a few months, and this is your last hurrah and the final push to grab onto power. You're doing these questionable actions because you can feel your power slipping away, but unfortunately, the only people that this situation hurts are those that you claim to protect and call family, those who work for you and Afrinic. Eddy Kaihura, you had an opportunity to make your case, tell the truth, and offer valid and honest rebuttals to the cases against you, but you chose to pander. You chose to lie again. You chose to be dishonest. You chose to speak rubbish about the cases and issues that are irrelevant to why you've been held in multiple contempt of courts and why there are so many legal cases against you. First, rather than addressing the serious issues going on within Afrinic, the corruption and legal cases against you and other members of your board, you decide to go on an incoherent rant regarding IPv4 and IPv6, issues that literally have no bearing on the myriad of cases stacked against you. Hence, it makes no sense for us to respond to your baseless allegations since we never spoke about the difference between IPv4 and IPv6 in any of our videos. Finally, your claim about Project Jenga 3.0 doesn't mean Afrinic staff and members need to commit a crime so that you can hold on to power. It isn't hard to see why Afrinic as an organization has fallen in recent times. It's no wonder that since you came into power as CEO, the legal cases against you and the organization have skyrocketed and have been at the highest number ever in the history of any internet government organization. If you're so concerned about the people you claim to care about, why didn't you use the official Afrinic accounts to upload your propaganda video? Why haven't you properly explained anything to your staff? Why do you constantly lie and make false claims? Why did you restrict resource members from posting on the company list, effectively ending freedom of speech? Why have you been in contact with a known terrorist sympathizer? Why didn't you address the ongoing lawsuits against you? Why haven't you responded to the formal mediation request to end the battle against one of Afrinic's resource members? Why have you ignored the orders of the courts to step down as CEO? All of these questions are your undoing. Eddy, you have failed as a responsible CEO, and you are simply just trying to fool others to believe that you are innocent, when in fact, you are not. Your actions are putting staff members in potential criminal liability situations under the Company Act of Mauritius. Without our informative blog post, your staff is at serious legal risk. Your latest video shows one thing: a pathetic attempt of a suspended CEO trying to rule a kingdom that doesn't want him. You shouldn't make things worse for this organization. The responsible and sensible thing for you to do now is quit and exit without any fuss. Not for your sake, but for Afrinic and the staff that are trying to hold the organization together despite your desperate attempts to run it into the ground. We're happy to debate with you as a netizen any of the issues raised by the community and members. However, you have continuously refused to provide us the time and date for the debate. Why are you hiding?